Three, two, one. Welcome to the magical hour, the hour that we scale everything and put it in measurement and figure out this is the pound hour, the LB hour. And
He's L. He's L.
I'm L, he's B, and between him and me, we are the LB hour. So
Yeah.
good morning
And
to
we're
you.
coming at you from two places. I'm here in K-Town Studios in Little Chicago. Where are you?
I'm in Tupac. I'm somewhere hidden inside Tupac. No, I have my number two spot I'm in today. I'm back home in L Town in Longview, Washington. So it's
The Plan City.
the planned city. Yes, I don't know what we planned for, but we're going to do some more planning. I do believe so because things are amiss here sometimes. I think, but we're getting better. And right now I'm watching the rain come down, down, down. The rain came down, down, down. That is from Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid, long time ago, right?
I always think of down, down, down in the burning ring of fire.
And the burning ring of fire went down, down, down. Yeah, I hear you. That's a great song.
Now, who was that again? Jerry Vale? Was Jerry Vale the one that did that song?
That'd be Lonnie Cash.
That's the
Lonnie Cash.
That's the persona I want you to do. You got to do the Lonnie Cash sometime down the road, man.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I would have done this weekend actually. We had some fun this weekend. I went to Boise, Idaho, and we went to visit my daughter over there. And I'll tell you, that place is really, really nice. It's like the number one place to move in America right now. So
now, were there any homeless on the streets?
I knew I saw one, maybe two. So there you go.
I wonder what they got on the outskirts of town, how they're dealing with the homeless. It'd be interesting to know if you don't see many.
Yeah, no. There was, I saw one or two homeless downtown, and then where my house was that we rented for the weekend was a little bit on the outskirts, which is a couple miles away from the college. And there was, I think we drove past a food, a place they were giving out food, and like a Salvation Army or something. I'm not quite certain it was, but I saw that. But you know what? There was snow, and when there's snow and there's always gonna be people in need. So no matter what you do, So
well, I was out and about a lot the last 3 days. I didn't see any. So
any homeless?
None.
Oh well, that's can be good. It could be bad. I doubt we eradicated them. They'll be homeless forever. It's all said in the Bible, so it's gonna happen.
I think it's just hard to tell from looking at the downtown of a place exactly what the place is about. So.
Oh, for certain. Yeah. No, we went all over. I mean, we went to the majority. We went to the high end, the low end, everywhere in between. Just driving around, trying to find our way around things, And so we drove through a lot of spots, and there wasn't a lot of homeless, which is great. The house, like I said, I rented was on the outskirts of the college area there, and there appeared to be some of it would have been, it was the Overland Street is a kind of what would have been the Highlands here is the Overland there. So it was it was interesting, but it was great. I highly enjoy Airbnb over a hotel anytime, because unless you're in a big hurry and you got to get that hotel right now, I think that Airbnb is totally the way to go, because like for me in particular, my ex-wife and I and my daughter and her boyfriend, we were able to go to a place and hang out there. We made homemade food. It wasn't like a hotel room where you're stuck in a hotel room. We actually had our own rooms inside a house, so it was really cool. We were able to be we didn't have to share our time with our daughter and say, okay, you're with her for a day, I'm with me for a couple hours or whatever, and vice versa. It's just nice, and we can do laundry, we can do whatever we want to do. It's a house, so that's always a way better way to go. And it cost me $80 a night.
Wow.
For an 1,800 square foot house. Yeah, so I can't complain about that at all. Yeah, that's half price of a hotel room, really. Well, just about nowadays, nice one. So it was good. But yeah, we were there for 3 days. We went to the haunted prison, penitentiary, I should say, and that was quite interesting. I mean, quite interesting. That was I didn't see any ghosts myself, but I'll tell you what I did see. I got to see the negativity of you literally can see where every person was standing at one time in that prison, because only 600 people could, and they had 600 people in there at a time, and it was a very small place. So
Wow.
I went in some of the cells and stuff, and the maximum security cells I went into is just, you feel it. If you feel the pressure of what it'll be like to be in there, and it's crazy. I would have. There's no way I will survive. Telling you now, folks, if you hear me, ever go to prison, you can be rest assured that I won't be there very long. I'll either break out and die trying, or I will just do something else that causes me to be injured worse, I guess. I don't know. You know, there was one guy that I was reading stories about everybody on there. It's funny how the things that they arrested people for, and it was like one girl was arrested for one woman was in the prison for passing out STDs. Basically, she was I can't remember what they're called, but she was transmitting diseases apparently through the county with people. And there's one guy who was in there for polygamy. You know, it's like, what? They actually literally went to prison for certain things. So it's like, nowadays, you know, one guy was in there for prison for being known. He lived with a prostitute.
Oh,
He didn't do anything himself, but he lived with a prostitute, and he was found to be utilizing the money that she was making. So he
oh,
wasn't her pimp in particular, but he was capitalizing on the money that she made.
Yeah.
So, you
he's
know,
benefiting financially from
yeah, benefiting financially from her being a prostitute. Yeah. And then there were people in there that were pimps and stuff, and drugs. People, the youngest person in there was 11, I think it was.
Wow.
And he shot his abusive father in the back of the head after he beat his mom. And so he shot his father in the back of the head. And then the second youngest was 14 years old. I can't remember what he was in there for, but he was in there for 25 years, I think it was.
Wow.
There were some people that went, so the maximum security part of that prison, which is the scary part. You can look on YouTube and they'll find out people, and it says people have been there and seen ghosts, and they check it out all the time. But I'll tell you that there was literally the little cells that were in there. People were carving their names and with probably their fingernails, I guess. I don't know what they had, but
Huh.
it's just creepy, very, very creepy. And then we went to an escape room. We went and tried to survive the Titanic. So you're supposed to be in a ship room upside down somewhere, and then you have to look at all the stuff and figure out a puzzle to get out of your room. And
Now
the
that
next
was
day-
after you went to the prison or something?
yeah, I do believe so. And it was
Back to the prison though, I was wondering, any famous criminals that had been there?
let me think here. I'm sure there was. I read up on a lot of them, but I can't think of anybody, anything the society would deem famous. And
Yeah. How,
yeah.
maybe that had been an inmate at one time, even not died there, but just been.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody in particular,
What
but
was
I know
it?
there was.
What
What's
was
that?
the prison? What was the name of the prison?
That is the Idaho State Penitentiary, the
And
old
how far outside of Boise?
a mile.
Oh, wow. So it's.
Yeah, it's I mean, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles, I guess, at most. I mean, it's literally just around and then you're there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not more than a mile from the Capitol, which is not even a mile away from the college. So you're right there.
Lot of jobs for the community from a prison.
Yeah, a lot of history there for certain. It was
I
very
think
unique.
the jobs, the economic value of a prison to these towns. We had a chance to get one here, but they blew the opportunity. It's great revenue and it's safe. Nobody escapes and goes to the town they escape from.
Right? No, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, really,
It was just-
Really
it
dumb.
was so freaking negative. I was like, I was ready. I was done. I was like, I'm ready to get out of here. I walked through some of those prisons cells and just realized that these guys, I mean, when you had some of those cells, they have some that were actually like, they call them the box. When you go to the box, you can be in there for a week, be in there for a couple of days. But it was 4 by 4 by 4. So 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet tall. That's where that's the cell. And you couldn't, there was no daylight in these things. It was just either those are the cages or whatever. That little tube on top, and they could feed them out of that tube or whatever. It was disgusting and sick. And it's not even a prison. It's actually it's a torture chamber. It's what it
Well,
is.
how
100%.
long did it go out of, did they get rid of it? Or, I mean, is it just a,
Well, now it's just a
Historical thing now?
historical. Now it's just a historical place that you can go there. And I heard you can actually go there and rent a room for the night. Apparently, they have these ghost things. You can
wow.
like can go there and stay for the night after you're a prisoner. But it's just sick, sad, and demented. There's no way I'd do it. I mean,
Is there a new prison nearby? Did they replace it?
I do believe so. Yeah, not like
Okay.
directly right there. So I'm not sure where
Yeah.
it's at. But they definitely.
Shut that down. That's cruel and inhumane. That's beyond punishment. So.
Yeah, it is. It really is, and that's why I had to get out of there. I was like, yeah, it wore on my soul pretty quick. It was just like, you walk in there. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they could. There's one guys that actually decided to just escape, and they got 6 feet away from escape, and then finally somebody saw them, and 6 feet down the tunnel, they dug under there, and then they were shot and killed or something, I think. But yeah, and they had one room that was in the whole armory that they had all the guns from different wars and the different guns that the guards used and stuff. It's just like, wow. I'm glad I'm not in a prison, and I don't know how anybody could do it. I mean,
that's terrible. Hey,
no.
so then you went to an escape room. Is that where you go?
I went to I went from the prison to the escape room. That's the funny part about that one. Yeah, no, and you know what? I didn't escape either one of them. I drowned inside the Titanic. So I wasn't fond of that escape room. I've been to one before, but I need to speak clearly here. Sorry, folks. I'm just waking up. I've been to an escape room before, and it was a little better than this one. I think a little easier, maybe, but this was one of the hardest one they could put us in through, I guess. And we had two different rooms. Me and my daughter's boyfriend were in one room, and then my ex-wife and my daughter were in another room, and we had to figure out how to open certain things in this one room. There was a safe and one in our room, and an armoire and some clothes from 1920, and then there was an old style phone. There was a few different things on the wall, but we found a book, and the book we had to read these chapters. The chapters had to give us flags. There's Paul. Hey, Paul. Good morning to you. Hey, Brian. If I told you,
do it. Can we hear him? He's coming. He's connecting.
He's coming. Well, in the meantime, are you there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna get a
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Yeah, how's
How
it
goes
going?
it?
It's
Don't
tired.
tell us how hard it is.
I've had some crazy fucking hours of sleep last couple days because we're just being fucking pieces of shit. So I was like, that was it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I talked on a phone with my old lead singer probably from I don't know, like 9 o'clock at night to like 7 a.m. Like all night. We just sat, we hadn't talked for fucking ever, so we talked like all night, and I'm like, all right, I need to go, because now I wasn't even like really tired. It was messed up. I had gotten like 8 like second wins and shit, and we were just talking and stuff. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I'm just like, my sleep pattern is all jacked up. I'm like, but whatever. It's all good.
Well,
So
ladies and gentlemen, this is Paul Maurer. He is our new musical director. Apparently this morning, he's speaking us how to, teaching us how to speak in vulgarities and it's
yeah,
good.
mostly. I mean, it's
No, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Well,
That's
he's
what it
playing
is.
the electric kazoo, but you can see it's emitting steam. So he's working on alternative power.
Yeah. One day I
Okay.
want to try to figure out how to get this vape stuff to come out of my ears, like like Donald Duck or any of those people
There
in
you
there.
go.
That'd be awesome.
Well,
I don't think.
it is possible. I think.
Well, it's all connected,
Yeah.
but I have to probably do some like meditation and like some ayahuasca or some shit and like figure out like how to siphon air through that part of my sinuses.
What you gotta do is you gotta take I think some thread and try to suck it up through your ear and then it'll come out your nose. And,
They're like, oh, it's in my brain. Shit. How do I get this out? And then there'll be string in my head, and that'll be terrible.
there you go. No.
Uh,
Paul, we were just talking about, I just came back from a trip. I was over at Idaho, Boise State, Idaho, and
oh, nice.
yeah, we went to the penitentiary there, and it's a haunted penitentiary supposedly, and it was quite interesting. It was
Well, you're wearing the right color.
right. Yeah, well, I'm wearing orange and blue. I haven't.
You look like you might be like in the prison commissary still. Just
Oh
like,
yeah, right.
there's something you're not telling us.
Yes, I got stuck here actually. I tried to escape and they got me. No,
Well, you had to kill a man in Boise just to watch him die.
I had to kill a man in Boise just to watch him die. That's right.
That's
I
probably
see.
not. Don't do that. There's a lot of people with guns in Idaho. There's a large amount of open carry. So yeah.
There's a lot of open carry in Idaho. Now, not all places in Idaho are like that, but Boise
No,
State
no.
is not like that.
Oh, Boise's like Boise's the island of college and
It is.
know,
Yeah, Boise is a super nice place. That's the #1 place in 2019 to move from in America is to Boise State. However, you're
Sure.
correct,
Huh.
Paul. There are spots in Idaho, from what I hear, that's a little backwards. Maybe.
I think yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of land. There's a whole lot of nothing to do. Might as well just carry an M16 with you.
Yeah, yeah. Ruby
No,
Ridge.
I have family in Idaho, and I go there probably every couple of years. I'll head over, and I always like it, but I'm also just a white dude, so
Right. See, that's the
I
thing.
was like this. I don't feel any animosity.
I don't feel racism at all. Yeah. See, that's the
No.
thing. But I do know that I have been told younger years ago there was racism there and quite a bit. So
There's racism everywhere, but
that's
yeah,
true.
it's fine,
Yep.
whatever. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I think
I like Idaho. It's a lot of blue and tan, and it's not a lot. There's not a lot of whole lot of things to look at. You get up north, it's nice, and then but like the middle shit, like where my family's from, like Lewiston, Genesee, Idaho, Moscow.
there's nothing
Dude,
really there too much.
it is beige and tan for hundreds of miles. It's just crops and sky.
Yep.
So,
Potato country. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. My uncle owns like shitload of land. He does. He actually just grows soybeans.
Soybeans.
That's pretty much what the crops are that are on his land. He doesn't even farm it anymore. He's like, screw this shit. I'm just gonna live in my giant house up on the hill in Lewiston. And
Let
he
somebody else
literally,
crop it.
oh, he's got a giant house, but he bought the parcel of land in front of him because I mean it's like a neighborhood and I mean everything, but it's really nice. He bought the property in front of him and he made it a Japanese garden because he didn't want to look at someone's roof. That's
Hey,
where my uncle's at right now. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're cool, dude. Yeah, it's like he's an awesome guy. He's super cool, but he's multi-millionaire. I mean, he's got tons of money.
Well,
But
the
he's
next
like-
time I go to Idaho, I'll have to, stay his place.
Yeah, that would probably be difficult. But but I like Lewiston. Lewiston, Idaho's fucking great.
Lewiston's south, right?
Lewiston's up like kind of middle. It's up higher north. It's north of Boise.
So Lewiston's like up towards Canada.
Yeah. that direction. I mean, it's not like that close to Canada. I mean, it's probably still like a 5 hour, 6 hour drive to Canada from there, but
Geesh, yeah.
it's pretty close. But yeah, I go there and then uh I do a lot of touring, so I'll go play like 8 or 9 shows and
Sure.
go up all around up there. And what was it? Well, last year I had everything. I had a whole ton of stuff planned.
There you go, Brian.
Got
There
a
you
map of
go.
Idaho, so explain this place. Lonnie's down in Boise, which is down lower to left.
Let's see
Yeah.
if we're zooming
Where
in.
are Paul's relatives?
There we are. It's right up. There's that little thing that jets out on the Snake River, and you follow it all the way up to Lewiston. Because Boise's
Oh,
like,
I see Lewiston. I see it.
yeah, it's like
Lewiston's
up.
on Brian, I can't use that microscope there, but I'm sure you can have that.
I just made it bigger, but yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
right
there you
there.
are. That's
There you
Lewiston.
go.
Yep.
There's Louis, named
That's
after
nice.
named after Jerry Lewis, believe it or not.
Yes, I think.
Oh, really? Lewiston?
Oh yeah,
It's actually not. It's actually not, because across the river is Clarkston. It's named after Lewis and Clark.
that's named after Dick Clark, the great entertainer. The
Oh, okay. Okay.
people don't realize that. Okay, where's Lonnie?
Uh,
Boise, right there. Right in the
Yeah,
middle.
I like Boise. Boise's pretty cool, but I've
It
only
was
been there
nice.
a couple times. My producer, my last record, lives in Boise and does all the record production out of there now. So
So
I'm not working. I'm not working with him because I'm not going to fucking Boise to go record.
Well, here's my favorite right here, which is Pocatello. I don't know if you can see it. I
Yep,
lost
I've
it.
been to Pocatello.
Pocatello, huh? I always call it Pocatello, but that's my favorite.
It's pronounced Pocatello, I think. Yeah, there's a bunch of out here in the Pacific Northwest, we have all these like hard for East Coaster to say, Midwesterners to say, because we have all these like Indian words and shit, and they're
It
like,
is, yeah.
it is fun as hell to listen to someone from Chicago trying to say Puyallup.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or stuff.
Yeah.
Homish.
Or
Homish is fun.
Kamalama, that
Kamalama.
the
Yeah,
place here, and then Tacoma. No, they don't think Tacoma. What is it? Tacoma.
Takama.
Yeah, it's
Takama.
always
Yeah.
interesting.
Idaho's slogan is Idaho, we border on the magnificent, especially to the west, as an ode to Washington.
Yeah, because Washington's better than
No,
Idaho.
it wishes they
Sorry.
were Washington, is what I've heard. That's
Well,
what
I
read on
mean,
the dark web.
if you're actually driven across the eastern Washington,
Yes, years ago, 1971.
oh man, I'm sure it's exactly the goddamn same. I've gone through a couple towns where I'm pretty sure they stopped at 1971.
Right. Yeah.
They're just like, this is good enough.
Well,
Yeah.
Eastern Washington wants out of the state. Can't they just become part of Idaho and be a bigger state?
Well, I'll tell you,
That's
Eastern
probably never
Washington's
gonna happen.
pretty desolate and boring, I think, for the most part.
Oh, Eastern Washington's pretty desolate. I mean, there's parts that are nice, but it's pretty much just a desert.
Yeah.
It's just again, it's just beige and tan, and there's a lot of high tension power lines.
Yeah, that's
nothing.
that's basically from Eastern Washington, I think, to Chicago is pretty much the same thing. Just
I mean, you got some ranges. I mean, you
Yeah.
got Glacier National Park and stuff, but yeah, like the worst part of the country I ever, went across the land was pretty much middle of Montana all the way to like Chicago is like the Dakotas and stuff. Oh my God. It's like, it's the longest drive ever because there's nothing for 1,000
I
miles.
think you're
It's like, Jesus, this is boring as hell.
4,000 miles to Waldrug.
Yeah.
3,000 miles to Waldrug.
Yeah.
4,000 miles to make. You seen all the signs?
Yeah.
What 4,000 miles to what city are you calling it?
Well, there's a place called Waldrug. It's a pharmacy, and
All drugs.
you'll see a
Yeah,
sign that says,
where the heck is Waldrug? I have
Yeah.
a t-shirt. I have a
Yeah.
t-shirt of Waldrug.
yeah, you have to get stopped. You have to stop after you see like a sign after sign.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
500
Yeah,
miles
I've-
to Waldrug.
I've been
400
to
miles,
Waldrug.
300
It's
miles. Yeah, it's crazy.
like
I
a
had to go
giant
to
Woolworths. It's pretty
the
awesome.
Woolworths. Yep,
It's
yep,
like a giant
exactly.
Woolworths, a giant Kmart. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. They got donuts, I think, homemade donuts and coffee. It is signs like 100 miles out. Wall drug coffee, 25 cents or some odd thing, you know.
That's
Like,
a clever marketing deal. I like that.
oh, it is.
yeah.
The,
They just bug you until you're like, well, I guess I'm going to Waldrug. Shit.
you cannot not go. I mean, yeah,
I
you
mean, I gotta have
go.
to go. There's been a sign every 25 goddamn miles. So I might as well see what this Waldrug is about, you know?
I know.
And,
It's like
and now,
It's like a Burma shave commercial that lasts forever. Just-
yeah, that's pretty much the Dakotas. Yes.
yeah.
It's a commercial that lasts forever. That's also Bayesian tan, Bayesian blue. It's like, dude, oh my god. Because I mean,
Right.
you got Canada with their little purple mountains that you can see, like, you know, 900
There was
miles.
a Blue Earth in there somewhere. I can't remember where the Blue Earth was, but it was cool. The Blue Earth is where actually, ho ho ho, Green Giant, that guy, the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
that they have a giant statue of the Green Giant, and they
No,
do
I've
all
seen.
the
Yeah, no, I've seen the
Where's
green.
that located? Where's that located?
Blue Earth, but I can't remember where it's at. I'll have to look into
I don't
that,
know
find
what
that.
state. I'll look that up in a minute.
Yeah, no, look up Blue Earth and
Yes.
the Green Giant, Jolly Green Giant is from there, and that's
Yeah,
where they make those veggies. I
yeah,
think.
like I can't remember what is it. What company is that? That's not Del Monte. What the fuck is Jolly Green Giant?
Well, I
Can't
don't
remember.
know,
Money.
but the ground was actually blue there. The grass was kind of a blue color.
Yeah,
So
no, yeah. I mean,
it
yeah.
was very cool, actually.
There's some places in Louisiana that has the blue uh grass. Well, I
Ground.
mean, it's not like sky blue. It's like
No,
a
but it's
really greeny. It's like a turquoisey kind of color.
yeah, it's a weird grass they grow
But it's
there.
like that's fucking weird. I was like, what the hell is that shit? That's some blue
Yeah,
grass.
yeah, I couldn't believe that. It was very interesting, but it was still a good stop. I mean, along the way, if you're driving from east to west, I thought it was better than I think they had a.
You flew though, didn't you?
Oh no, I drove. I mean, I've done both. You know.
But I mean, this last time you
Oh,
flew.
last time I flew, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's either 8 hours in the car with my ex-wife and 8 hours back, which of course we probably wouldn't have made it past the first 8 hours. It wouldn't matter.
Oh no,
But,
there's a lot of desert out there that you can just leave someone.
yeah, exactly.
It's just like probably not good for the exes to like cross country travel in like desolate places. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, I stopped and
we actually did pretty good.
never came out of the gas station. I don't know, officer.
We were actually able to get along pretty well with you know, with my daughter
Well,
there.
yeah, but he
and so-
also only had like an hour-long plane flight and not an 8-hour car drive.
Yeah, it was packed though, man. That
Okay, we're
That-
talking about Green Giant Foods. I had to interrupt you guys.
no, the B&G foods now. That's not weird.
I hadn't talked in over 4 minutes. I wanted to make sure I was still.
Yeah, I was-
Green
I was-
Giant, Minnesota Valley Canning Company. What was the name of the city you were talking about? The
Well,
Blue.
it's called Blue Earth. No,
You
is
mentioned.
that where that's at? Blue Earth? No, I don't know.
You had it.
I think it's Blue Earth.
Blue
Where they have the giant statue. So you look down below. Oh, you had it on that
I'll look
page.
it up. So
On
Blue
that
Earth
page.
Giant statue, but it was probably Minnesota because that's where the Green Giant came from, and it was with General Foods for a while.
Oh, General Foods. That's yeah. Okay.
Yeah, General Mills, General Foods, something
General
like that. Yeah.
Foods, General Mills. You know, yeah.
Yeah, they're all the same, I guess, you know. But no, it's a good trip. My dad and I went there. I flew over there in '97 and or something like that, and 96, 97, and then we drove back from Chicago to here, and we kind of made some stops along the way, of course, and Blue Earth was one of them. Yeah, but
tight. Yeah,
we stopped-
I never drove across country. I was always on a train, but
I've
it's
always wanted to do a train ride. Just seems like
pretty dope. I dig it. I dig train. I mean, it's like driving in a car except you have a bed. And you don't have to drive, and and then you got a snack car, so you can just go be a piece of shit on a snack car.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think, yeah, there you go.
Blue
Yeah,
Earth,
Blue Earth.
Minnesota. Blue Earth, Minnesota. The kids are standing in front of it. You can't read the whole
Yep.
thing.
Ho, ho, ho. That's him right
Oh
there.
my
That's
god.
pretty cool.
Yeah. But for some odd reason, that grass, even his little outfit there is kind of a bluish more than
It's
it is
got,
green.
it's got a, yeah, it's a pretty bright freaking green, and yeah. So it's got that blue hue.
I wonder why in particular the grass is that way there. You know?
That's probably just a soil. I'm sure there's something,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. All their veggies that they make there, I guess. I don't know.
they just, yeah,
The way the
it's
sun hits it in the evening.
it's just magic. Yeah,
Just to go with it and say it's magic. That's right.
it's magic. Whatever Harry Potter shit, whatever magic.
There we
Magic.
go.
That's usually what I do. But yeah, no, the last tour I did in Idaho, I did like Moscow. I think the first time I played Lewiston, and then I did Moscow. What was funny with the Moscow one is then I did a festival, and I didn't really look at the map when I booked it. I was like, yeah, let's do that, and then I'll just do a Moscow one that evening. I'm trying to remember the name of the damn city. I was on an Indian reservation. I was literally 30 miles north of the Canadian border.
Uh-huh.
We drove that. We were based in Lewiston. We drove all the way the hell up there. I played the show, and I couldn't say no because it was a little cha-ching for that one. But so I'm like, I'll do that. So we drove all the way from Lewiston. We drove all the way up to, God damn it, I cannot remember that. Can't
Well,
remember the
where's
name of it.
Brian when you need him with the maps? There you go.
Well, yeah, shoot that Idaho map back up.
All right, I had to leave for a minute and I'm back now. So you want an Idaho map?
Actually, no, do the Washington map because it was a Washington side.
Oh,
It wasn't. It was like right across the border from Idaho, but it was like, in Washington though. So
No,
yeah, hit a Washington map. I'll once I see it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the stupid name of it.
Hey, by the way, I've got some musical talent signed up for a couple different weeks here. I gotta line them up correctly. But this Friday, actually, I may have Tony Jones and and Jennifer Johnson. Jennifer Johnson, she's a great singer and player. She actually is a guitarist who plays out of Portland, and she says she's willing to come up here and play for us and wants to be part of the thing. So matter of fact, right now I got to figure out. I'll never talk to you, Brian, in the next day or two because figure out if she wants to play acoustic or if she wants to play with the electric.
That's not given. That's not given that much of a detail, but it's like it would have been like you go to the top right corner, like up there.
yeah.
It was literally like about where that middle like little mountain peak is.
Like Okanaga or something like that there?
Yeah, I mean it was up there. It was like an hour past, like it was about an hour drive.
What was it you were talking about that's up there? I missed that part. What was it?
It was I was playing a festival on like an Indian reservation, and they had like a casino and all this shit, and it was nice. But yeah, well, we drove from Lewiston. It was a 3.5 hour drive one way to get from Lewiston to this festival. I played the festival. We ate a horrible lunch in the casino, and then it was not good. Wasn't
we won't talk about
didn't make us like shit or ass or anything. It was not a good meal. But it was free because I paid, so it gives a shit. But and then we drove back because I mean like Lewiston to Moscow is like maybe 25 minutes, so it's not that far. So we drove from Lewiston all the way up to this festival, and then we drove all the way back down to Moscow for me to play a show that night. And I was like,
you played 2 shows.
Holy shit! It was a 6 hour. It was like a 7 hour round trip just driving to play this show. But the show paid for. Oh yeah, that'll probably.
Was it Colville?
No, it wasn't Colville.
Kettle Falls. These are some good names. I like the names Curlew. You ever heard of Curlew or Orville? north.
Yeah, there's some weird ass little cities in Washington.
Yeah, there isn't, and I actually do not. I always, if I'll see something on TV, I'll go, "Where the hell is that thing?" You know.
Let's scroll down a little further. I think it might have been. I think it's a little lower. It's below.
You know, there
Rath-
was.
Yeah, stop there. Let's see. I think it was probably relatively close to like the Priest Lake area kind of vibe, but like that
little area there.
longitude there, but or latitude or whatever the fuck that
You know,
that.
there were two Longview Washingtons at one time.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah, I'm not sure where it's at, but it's up north a little ways. There was another Longview Washington, and
They're like, nah, bitch. This
All
one's
right.
named after our guy.
Now
yeah,
see this one right here. Can you see the pointer?
Yeah, I see it.
Rathdrum. Now look that up sometime. It's in Idaho, I believe. Look
Yeah,
it
I
up.
got that.
it's in Idaho.
I
No,
thought
that's
it was in
Washington.
Idaho.
That's Washington.
Is
You got
it?
the border. Yeah,
Well,
you got the border
look
there.
up Rathdrum. I don't want to say much about it, but look that little town up.
Rathdrum.
Rathdrum. Look it up.
They're eating
Yeah.
Drum.
And then Coeur d'Alene is fucking amazing. I love that. I love that town. It's really good.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene's
But
good.
yeah, I can't remember the name of the damn area of the city or whatever. It wasn't really a city because we got out there and it was just roads and long ass stretches of roads and just trees. And there was like I'm like, where the hell is this place? We finally get to it and we're like, oh shit, there's like civilization. But it was like a giant Indian reservation and it, they had the reservation casino money. So they're like, hey, play like
Come
an
play.
hour and here's this'll I'm like, I had to go do it. It paid for all of the tour plus like
Yeah, no doubt about it. They need the
shits and giggles money. So I'm like, I'm gonna go play that. Hell yeah, I am. And it was fun. It was like their third year and it was hot as shit. Because it was summer. So and then I finished that tour in Walla Walla and did like another I have a friend that lives there, so we stayed at his house. That was nice. I didn't have to get an Airbnb. But yeah, and then I did like a couple shows in a day. Did like a matinee, and then I did like an evening show at this winery. And
that's cool.
it was fun, man. It was cool. And I had a whole Walla Walla thing planned this year, but we all know what happened with that.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's gone. But whatever. But hopefully 2021, like summer, we'll be getting our
Yeah, I think in
back
the
to
summer it will start coming back. Things will start opening up a little more, and
Yeah,
they're trying right now. But I hope that this little drift of snow we got through here actually, and it froze everything down bad. But I think it
Yeah.
actually probably helped stop the virus a little bit. Actually,
I mean, possibly. We don't know shit about this goddamn virus, so.
No, but we
we-
do know. We
I
do
mean,
know
we do
that.
know that cold is not good. It doesn't like cold shit. So.
Well, no, it's the fact that when it's cold, everybody stays inside, and therefore,
Yeah, no, there's definitely. I mean, I think all of the snow and all of the wildfires and stuff is Mother Nature saying, "Hey, how about you just stay the fuck in your house
right? Yeah,
and just let this thing pass, and we'll."
let it pass. Exactly.
I don't know. It's ridiculous, but
Well,
I think I'm feeling some of the shit kind of. It's feeling like it's lightening up a little bit, and I don't
is.
think we're getting as many cases or
Yeah,
whatever. And
cases are way down. I just saw the Daily News. Cases are way down. But I wanted to say that all I know about the virus I learned in kindergarten, and I didn't go to kindergarten, so I know nothing.
Yeah, there
okay,
you go.
that's
I'm
good.
just-
See,
I'm
You're-
learning.
so you're stupid.
I did learn the other day that if you sneeze in a sneeze,
Like
in a
I just didn't. He
face-
didn't even eat. He's like, I'm not even gonna respond to that. I'm like,
Yeah.
so you're just stupid. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I think
Yeah.
my background suggests otherwise, so I'm fine. But if you sneeze in somebody's face and you have COVID, I did read this. You can give them such a heavy dose, you could kill them. So it's a part of it.
Oh yeah, no, you can fucking yeah, you can get people fucked up with your. But I mean, you can do that too with like the goddamn flu. So
Oh yeah.
and they could die from the goddamn flu because they're old and their immune system is shit. So
What that just says is it is good not to, get too close to people right now.
Well, yeah.
Because
And
some
also, if
people
you have to
just,
sneeze, maybe don't sneeze in someone's face because
a
that,
lot of people cough and they don't cover their mouth. Or yeah,
I had to be on plane all weekend, so that's, yeah, I don't like that.
Lonnie's in
yeah.
quarantine for 3 days because he doesn't know who he is with in Idaho.
Oh,
I,
I'm sure they're all fine in Idaho. There's not that many cases, I don't think, in Idaho.
Once a body
well,
can't
it blew up pretty good in Boise State because,
Or did
Oh,
it?
yeah.
because the teenagers just wanted to, give it to each other.
They wanted to
Oh, yeah.
smoke they wanted to smoke all that devil's lettuce together.
I guess, I don't know.
Can't
I don't
blame
know.
the kids. Can't blame the
That-
kids for having fun. They got to do what they got to do.
Here's a
Some of them
fun
go
weed.
back to
Here's a
hybrid
fun
school
weed
now.
Washington, Idaho border town fucking story. Because Lewiston and Clarkston is literally, it's like going to Kelso and Longview. It's
Yeah.
like it's that
Pretty
much. It's like, okay, it's across a river. You go
Yeah.
across a bridge. Now you're in Washington. Now you're in a different state, and you go across this bridge, and then now you're in Idaho, and you're in that state. Well, marijuana is not legal in any way in Idaho, and
I
not
don't know if it is or
recreational.
not now, is it?
It's not. It's not legal, but in Washington, it is legal. So I played a show. I got paid. I'm like, oh, get some fucking marijuana. I'm staying in Longview. I'm staying in an Airbnb or not Longview, but I mean, fucking Lewiston. Sorry. I'm staying in a B&B basically in Lewiston, which weed is not a happy. They actually have cops like waiting at the bridge sometimes, and they'll it's fucking bullshit. But so I was in Washington, and I'm always like, fucking talk to people. If you don't talk to anyone, you're not gonna ever know anything. So
Right.
I'm talking to the people in the shop, and they're about to close too, because this is like fucking 11:45 at night, and I think we close at midnight or whatever. But so I'm like talking to them, and so I'm make sure I wasn't keeping them away, and they're like, we don't give a shit. Um, but I was like, hey, so what's the deal? I'm staying in Lewiston. If I got a bunch of weed here right now, is there gonna be any problem with me smoking it over in Lewiston? And they're like, whereabouts are you? And I'm like, I don't know, it was like 6th and something or other up on this neighbor. I knew what neighborhood and shit I was in. They were like, oh yeah, everyone smokes weed up there. You're fine. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought everyone was like scared of the cops, and they're like, nah, no one really gives a shit. Cops don't really care. I mean, if you're like throwing Molotov cocktails, yeah, they're gonna
Well,
get
that's a different
pissed.
story.
But yeah, if you shoot fireworks off or something, and and you're getting all baked, yeah, then you're gonna have a problem if you're drawing attention to yourself. But I'm sitting on a patio in front of the fucking Airbnb smoking a blunt. No one's gonna give a shit. Like, oh, okay, cool. And so, but it was interesting because it was like literally a mile, and it's very frowned on, but over right here
Yeah.
is
No, no, for
whatever,
sure.
dude.
Actually, so I was looking right there, and Idaho is definitely one of the strictest marijuana laws on stuff. And
Yeah, they do not deal with that, but they're on like the border of like 2 states that are legal. So because I mean, Idaho goes down a little bit into Oregon, doesn't it? They
yeah,
border with Oregon. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. So I mean,
yeah, Idaho goes
sorry
direct.
guys.
Idaho is small when it goes through Washington and opens up wide through Oregon.
Oh
So,
yeah, it's when it gets bigger, and yeah, it's when it gets
yeah, it's that big little arm thing there.
the boots toes are bordering Oregon. Yeah,
Something
so.
like that. Yeah, but yeah, it's an interesting state. I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Everyone's always super friendly and cool, but I mean, it does hit different. It feels different. It's like,
Well, I wish I could show some of my pictures on here, which I don't think I can. Through my maybe. Let me see here if I can do that. If I can plug into my, and I'll show you some of my pictures because I went to the they have this thing called Freak Alley, and somebody is using marijuana over there in order to make this Freak Alley. I can tell you that much now. It's crazy.
oh yeah,
The Freak Alley is it's a nice artistic weird place right now in Boise, Idaho. So, but
well,
it's
Boise, Idaho is kind of like how Austin is in Texas. Is like it's this little bubble of liberal
yeah.
in the middle of this giant conservative state. So
Yes, it is. Now, by the way, Brian's let you know, I just got the 10-minute warning a few minutes ago for our episode here.
Okay,
So we might have to wrap it up here in a few minutes, but
Okay.
well, we gotta go till it runs out. We got a
yes, we
40
do.
minute. Next time, set a 60-minute meeting if you can.
Well, remaining time, 8 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, it says 40-minute.
Okay.
So
Well,
next time,
real
set
quick,
an hour.
real quick. So my friend Maya, who's the one that wants to do the benefit concert, she hasn't got back to me. She's been really crazy busy because she works at it's so it's a benefit for my brain's just like not working now. Domestic violence. She works with a domestic violence
Shelter,
like
or the, it's called the,
yeah, I mean, so she's doing that. Once I have more, then I'll get it to you. Then we can. But she's not looking because April is domestic violence awareness month, so she wants to do it in that month at some point. But we're looking at later in April, probably like second last weekend or something.
so are the colors that so that month's colors, they have awareness and stuff. Are the colors of that month black and blue?
No, that's
That's
terrible.
horrible.
Dude. Terrible.
I'm sorry. Anyway, but
it's
purple actually. It's purple. The awareness is purple. That
is it really?
and stuff. I was aware of that. I'm just an ass.
Which
but
is also kind of it's kind of an ill choice color for like domestic.
Really,
violence.
I know. Yeah, right.
Like, oh, you mean like a black eye? That's great.
Yeah, I
let's
know.
make it purple. Make it fucking orange or something, dude.
Something, yeah. Well, either way.
No, you got to make it purple because it's real. It's harsh,
Real.
and terrible.
It's like Prince.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no. So once I have more information from her about it, and then she's gonna pick a date and kind of, or like at least get a ballpark. So like,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Brian is aware. Paul was contacted by some gal who wants to do a benefit of some sort, and I'm not sure if you want us to be part of that or what.
What I'm thinking. So basically, the real plan is that she's gonna have 4 musicians, me included, so 3 more, and I have 3 other friends that are really very active on doing live stream performances. So they have a whole setup. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do my musical segment in like the extension of the garage thing, like kind of get that kind of looking cool, whatever, and doing something. We got the green screen, we have the desk. She's gonna like she'd come, we would film my shit and then her shit out of your guys' stuff, and then the other guys would connect with their live shit when we like we'd have it all planned out, and I'd be like, all right, so and so is coming up. They do their like 20-minute set, but they're gonna do it from their spot. Like they're all up north. So can you do you like if someone's running their thing, they can connect their live stream to the live stream that we're doing, right?
I don't see why not, Brian. We have to learn. I think how.
Well, the thing is like once we have all of it kind of figured out, I can contact, because I don't want to contact these musicians without a fucking date. That's dumb. Once we have it figured out, her name is Maya. She's a childhood friend of my girlfriend. So I mean they're super tight. But she's really together. She's really, I mean, this is like this is her career. She does the domestic.
Well, if it's pre-recorded, I think Brian could do it. Something like that.
Yeah, just can't do it live, but pre-recorded's better anyway. I like that. So we have Tony Jones from Friday. I did
well, Jennifer Johnson for Friday actually, so I'm not sure. I'll talk to Tony Jones for quick.
Okay, so is Jennifer Johnson for real? Here's a video check. I got a little bit better video going here, but I have no.
Oh, that looks a lot better, man.
That's camcorder footage. Believe it or not, we got camcorder footage, but it's got no audio.
I mean, all you're really doing is slaving that camera anyway. It's not like you're filming it on a camera. You're just using the camera and feeding it to your laptop.
We're gonna use the camcorder because we can zoom and get all the shots we want.
Yeah.
We just need a better sound, so that's where you come in. So I think we'll be
good.
And
I can bring over my gear and stuff, and it'll sound pretty fucking tight in the room. It'll just be it'll be more present. I can actually have a little bit of reverb on my voice and well, I could do that for your other ones too. If you want me
Yeah.
to come over like this Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that'd be
want you to
great.
come over this Friday to be
Yeah, and
there.
I'll just bring my gear and it's pretty universal and it's like 5 minutes to set up and sound check. I'll just make sure
That'd
that
be rad, Paul. Now, shall we, would we rather her play acoustic or electric or just have her bring both? I don't.
Or what do you mean?
Jennifer's gonna play. Is she, I mean,
She could do electric because I have a split amp. And then I also have a thing set up for like it's mostly set up for my shit, so it's like a setup for acoustic, but I have a split amp, so she could run an electric through my amp and her vocals.
And are we
So
talking about Jennifer Johnson here playing this Friday?
yeah, and then.
yeah, I'll just what time are you guys doing it?
Well, it's 7 to 8.
Oh, okay. So why don't you just come over around 5, grab me, and then we'll get
Yeah.
my shit set. I'll bring my guitar just so I have something to sound check and make sure it sounds not like shit, and then have her show up a minute, few like half an hour or whatever she wants to do, and then we can get her sounding.
I would like to do a technical rehearsal with Paul, just for our sake and his, but mostly ours, before that, like tomorrow or the next day. So how's that?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, and we get. Yeah, I mean, if you guys, I'm not doing anything this week, so whenever it's good for you, just you want to guys hit me up, text, and then I'll be like, yeah, man, I'll just come over and grab me. But it could be anytime during the day. Probably after 2 is best, but yeah.
I'm good every day. I think except for we'll see it. Shit.
Well, I'm happy because we've got good video set up with control. We can zoom in on the singer or bring it back when you guys talk or me and you talk. So we'll have a better look, and we get the audio. We're gonna have a nice little show.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a lot better. And then once we get like, if we can get like a thing where we can mic stuff and get it direct, it'll sound like 1,000 times better than what I'm going to bring, because it'll still have that live in a room kind of vibe. Yeah. If we can get if we can, run a line of the vocals and, run a mic line of like an amp or whatever, or another like direct line for acoustic or whatever the fuck you want. But getting that interface definitely will help with the sound. Just making it like tighter. It'll have more of a like you're actually like you're listening to like a Jimmy Fallon type.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that. It'll have that tight of sound. We'll have.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. Thank you for stopping in. We have to do a pound out real quick.
One more thing. We're gonna have.
We have 1 minute. I can't extend it. So.
That's good.
1, 2, 3. All right. Well, you see, I did too early.
I got it. So we're gonna have good audio. We're gonna have, but Lonnie and I, no more microphones. We're gonna be just like TV guys. So be ready for that, Paul.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Are you ready, Paul?
Hello, my baby.
I am ready.
We're going until it runs out, though. We can't.
Paul, let's see you give it a try here. Rochambeau, ready?
Paul,
are we rocking it out? All right.
Yeah, we're rocking it out. We got pound it out.
Lonnie and Paul.
1, 2, 3.
Ah.
Uh-huh.